guys, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys how I contour my face. I know it's really popular right now to cream contour and I think it's beautiful, but honestly it is not ideal for me to do on a regular basis. And I also don't like the feeling of having a lot of makeup on my face. I mean, every once in a while it's fine. It looks beautiful, it makes you look flawless and really chiseled. But for my everyday makeup, I just like a little bit of powder contour and it does the job and it still looks great and it's a lot more lightweight on the face. And what I like to use to contour my face is my NYX contour palette. If you've watched my videos before, you've probably seen me use this for like everything. It's actually really inexpensive. I believe it's like $24.99 for this palette, and you can actually buy replacements for each of these shades, which is awesome because when you run out of your favorite colors, you can see mine are these two right here. It would really stink to have to buy a whole new palette when you still have all these colors that you haven't used up yet. So I really appreciate the fact that you can do that. I'm still on the look for a really good concealer. I haven't found the perfect concealer for me yet. So if you guys have any suggestions, please let me know. I'd love to hear it. But right now, it's working okay for me is this Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous concealer. And I use this under my eyes, on my forehead, the bridge of my nose, my chin, and underneath my cheekbones to kind of bring those areas forward. So the whole idea with contouring, if you didn't already know, is that you want to use the lighter shades to bring your face forward. The highlighter is what's going to bring your face forward in those areas, and then the darker shades are the areas of your face you want to bring back. So parts you want to look chiseled, like your cheekbone, your jawline, the sides of your nose if you want it to look more narrow, around your forehead. Yeah, just anywhere that you want to bring in on your face. To set my concealer, I actually just got this Ofra powder in my BoxyCharm box this last week, and I love to use it to set my under eye concealer in the areas of my face that I want to highlight, because even though it's a translucent powder, it still helps to brighten up those areas that I want to set, which I love. And it also helps combat oiliness on the face, which I have an oily face, especially in my T-zone, which is the areas that I like to apply the concealer. So yeah, love this stuff. I love this makeup Geek Blush. I actually got it in my BoxyCharm box last month. BoxyCharm is just ruling my world, you guys. It is awesome. But yeah, this makeup Geek Blush is in the shade XOXO. And it's this really beautiful pink color. It's just so pretty. And so I love to use this. For my contouring, I like to use this angled brush to really get like a chiseled line in those areas that I really want to define. And then to blend that out, I have this fluffy brush here that I like to use. You can use any big fluffy brush that you want. It just helps really soften up that area. So after I get the line that I want, I like to come in and just soften up and blend that out so it doesn't look really harsh. For my blush, I like to use this little fluffy brush, and I actually also use it for my highlighter. Just wipe it off before I highlight my face as well. It's by EcoTools. I really love their products, and it's just really soft, and blush glides on really effortlessly but also really softly, which I like. I use this, it's just an eyeshadow brush, blending brush, and I use this to contour my nose. I know that's a lot of brushes, and you could probably get away with using just one or two, but those are the ones I like to use for those specific areas. It just makes it easier for me. But like I said, you don't have to have that many brushes for this. You can just use one and make it work. There are a lot of times that I will take a fluffy brush to contour my nose and I just pinch it like this so that the surface of it is a lot more narrow and it's easier to define that area. So you can totally make it work. I will go ahead and get started on my face. I'm going to conceal the areas of my face that I want to bring forward. Put the concealer underneath my eyes, and you want to bring it back here as well. The reason being is it helps kind of create that lifted look to your face. If you were to bring it down like this, it would actually make your eyes and everything kind of draw downward, which you don't want to happen. So bring it back in kind of a triangle shape, a long triangle shape like that. And then do the same to the other side. I know a lot of people do really fun like shapes and stuff when they're contouring, and I'm just so boring, you guys. slap it on there. Some on the chin, and then I like to go right underneath the jaw where I would contour my cheekbones. That, and then I like to do down the center of my nose, and then a little bit on the tip there, on the forehead. Now, if you have a really large forehead and you want to look at you want it to look smaller, you're going to want to put less of a highlight and more of your darker shade on your forehead to kind of make it look shorter. If your forehead is short, you want to put more highlight to make it look larger. I hope that makes sense. Mine's kind of somewhere in the middle, so I just do maybe about halfway up my forehead. You want to take a damp beauty blender. You can get it damp with MAC Fix Plus or any kind of setting spray or finishing spray. And I just pounce it in there. Just blend it out really well. And as you can see, I haven't done my under eye makeup because it would be pointless to do it and then cover it up with concealer, so I will do that after I'm done with all of my contouring, actually, just so that I can get through this first. And then on the chin as well. One more time, kind of going over it, make sure everything's blended out nicely. And I use actually a generous amount of this because I almost kind of use it to bake. Not really bake because I only leave it on there for a minute while I'm doing all of it, but I like to dab it in. And using that generous amount of the powder and letting it sit there for a minute really helps to brighten up the under areas of my eyes, which is why I like to do it. Taking it all the way back. Like I said, being nice and generous with the amount. Call it a half bake. It's a bad joke. Then my forehead as well. My nose. And then like that. Then I'll come back in and I'll just lightly dust the powder off. So it looks crazy right now, but once you do the whole shebang, it looks really good. I'm going to start contouring. I'm going to take this light taupe color here to contour with, and I'm going to use that angled brush. And I start right here, the tip of my ear, and you can feel where your jawbone is. You want to go right underneath where your jawbone rests. The easiest way to do that is to suck in and feel where your jawline is. And then you're going to want to start up here, and I like to leave the most product up by my ear and then blend it down after that. So you don't want to bring it in here too far. I usually stop about maybe 2 inches or so before the corner of my mouth. Well, it looks kind of crazy, but you can see the definition happening. You can see how it is helping my face to look more chiseled, more narrow, more defined. And remember, if this looks too crazy, it's because it is. I'm going to come in with a big fluffy brush to kind of blend all that. Other areas I like to take it is along my temples here. And then just a light dusting along my hairline, along my temple, over here, along my jawline here. Now you can even take a little bit if you want your lip to look a little bit more pursed forward. I like to pinch it here and just create a shadow underneath your lip right there. And take that fluffy brush, just come in and blend that contour out. I'm going to take that same taupe color here. And I'm not going to get too much on the brush because I don't want my nose contour to be too harsh, but if it is, I can just go in with that same fluffy brush and blend it out better. So to contour my nose, I start here at the tip and I just create a straight line along the sides of my nose here. Now work my way up to my brow there. Kind of blend it down a little bit. Bring it in, curve around the tip there. That's going to help lift the nose. I'm starting here at the tip. And the narrower where you want your nose to be, the closer you want these lines to be together. It's definitely a little too harsh for my liking, so I'm going to take that same fluffy brush, I'm going to come in and I'm just going to soften that up a bit. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that Makeup Geek Blush and I'm just going to grab a little bit on this fluffy brush here by EcoTools. It is very pigmented and so you don't need a whole lot of this. Just lightly dab it on there. And I kind of do a kissy face. And I want to set the blush right on top of the contour. Just like that. Just come in with that same fluffy brush and blend it out a little bit. So I just wiped off that same fluffy brush that I used for my blush. I'm going to come in and grab this shimmery, beautiful highlighter color and I'm going to place that right on top of my blush. It's right on top of my cheekbones. You'll feel the very top of your cheekbone right there. That's where you want to set it. And I don't like to bring mine too far forward because I have really large pores on my cheeks and I don't want to bring more attention to those. So I just kind of keep it focused back here. Of the glowy. And then you can go ahead and take some up above your brow bone just to help bring that area forward a little bit. Why not? A little bit on the chin. And I like to take my pinky and grab a little bit of that highlighter and dab it on this tip of my nose. And that just helps kind of give that lifted button nose look. Like that. And I use my other finger, my ring finger, to kind of blend that in a little bit more. Sit on your Cupid's bow as well. And there that is. So I'm going to go ahead and put my under eye makeup on and then I'll come back and show you the finished product. Alright guys, here's the finished product. I hope you like it. I hope it was informative. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to see more. Thanks so much for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye!